Hey everyone, how you guys doing? So I'm coming on just to show you guys really quickly how to make, I happen to be making this for lunch, and again I just thought, why not share? Okay, so I've got some shrimp and some squid. Okay, I got it like this. You can buy them in the rings that are already cut. I think you can get them from Walmart, but I got some pre-cooked shrimp. And I'm just going to take that cabbage like I used. By the way, I hope everyone's doing well. Okay, I'm going to cut the core out of the cabbage. I've got half of a cabbage. And I'm going to take that core out again like I showed you. I want to put this in first. Into the pan we go. And I've sprayed the pan down with the no-calorie non-stick spray. I've been using that lately. You guys are complaining about being in quarantine. That's a good way to cut down on like extra carbs and weight gain. Just because we're sitting and eating all the time, right? And I promise you, I'm going to try not to like fatten you guys up. I've got 2 stalks of green onion, which I'm going to leave that to last. I've also got some carrots. And I'm going to put that in just because carrots kind of take a while to like cook down. All right. I'm just going to slice it diagonally. I'm still trying to sneak carrots into my children's meals because I really want them to get used to it. You just got to keep trying, right? All right. So as this is all cooking up, did you guys see that? Let me turn the camera a little bit. There we go. I'm going to let that cook down a little bit. I'm going to sprinkle some salt. Just like a pinch. And this is my little secret for the non-spicy eaters. I use that beef flavoring like I told you. You want to sprinkle some of that on there. Woo! Okay. Now I'm going to get the calamari. And again, you can get them in a pre-cut bag where they're like pre-cut for you already. And so I also get that like when I want to cheat, you know. And I don't always go to H Mart. And some of y'all don't have markets near you either. So I'm just going to cut them in like rings. You see how thick I cut them? Like that, right? Sometimes this thing can be tough. My oldest loves calamari. So I'm going to stick that in there so that I can give a little, you know, a little bit of a cooking time. All right. It already smells really, really good. I'm going to save the shrimp for last. Why? Because they're pre-cooked and you don't want to like overdo it. So I'm going to use my onion and garlic mix. I'm going to use about, let's see, we can do 1 teaspoon, okay? I usually don't measure, but a lot of people have been asking because they're trying to figure out if it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon. So I'm using a teaspoon of it. And again, if you like garlic and onion, you can always use more. So I'm going to mix that in there. It's already getting cooked down. Looks so good. And if you don't want to use the beef flavoring, you could always use soy sauce. So like you can just dab it with like a teaspoon of soy sauce instead of the beef flavoring. And that'll kind of give a little more of a taste. I also got zucchini, which I'm going to put that in now. Okay. I'm going to use it all. Well, yeah, why not, right? Let's just use it all. And again, I'm just having you guys join me only because I was cooking lunch and I had this. And I'm like, man, my mom used to make this at the restaurant too. How about I just share it? Got 1 onion. Okay, put half an onion in there, okay? All right, so this is the time where you kind of let it cook down a little bit. I'm making it non-spicy because of my kids. I want them to enjoy this. So if you do like spice, you can always hit it up with sriracha at the end, or you could also add gochujang. And gochujang is the Korean hot chili paste. It's already pre-mixed. It has sugar in it and I believe salt, but it's just all seasoned in one so that way it's ready to go. people can actually use that just as like an ingredient. And I use that on my stir-fried pork video. So it can be easy to use if you just add it to things. All right, so this is getting all cooked down now. It smells really good, y'all. Okay, and since my kids really like shrimp, again, like nowadays it's hard to find stuff. So like I do believe like Walmart has these like little pre-cooked bags. So really one bag like covers my whole family, especially if I stretch it out and use it like this. If I just like cook it in butter and put it on the table, forget it, it'd be gone just by itself. So mixing it in with some healthy vegetables is always key. So I'm gonna add that. And I've pre-rinsed it too, because sometimes you get those little itty bitty shells. See that? You don't want to eat that. It's unpleasant. Okay. Now that that's all done. Really simple, and it's just so beautiful because it's got a whole array of veggies. It's got the carrots, the zucchini, onions, and cabbage. And this is a pretty healthy meal. All right. Smells really, really good. I can smell that garlic and onion. Okay, so now here's the time. Now that it's all getting cooked down, I like to take my green onion stalks. The cutting board's getting all full here. Okay, so I just take that and I will cut it into like little 1/2-inch pieces just to top the top of it. That's the key thing about Korean food. Like we like to top it with like green onion and sesame seeds and make it all beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add that. This is my cheating way to have seafood. All right. That looks so good. Can you guys see that? That looks amazing. And so I usually always have a pot of rice available because my kids eat and that's just the standard. So that's always good with a side of rice. And plus, you know, you'll probably have kimchi or whatever, but just by itself is fine too. Let me go ahead and plate this. Ooh, I see how all the cabbage browned, and give it one more toss. Take a sip of my water. Key thing, stay hydrated, right? All right, it is done, guys. Look at that. Do you guys see that? So again, I'm just gonna plate it. So simple. It is so easy. You could also even hit it up with like hot pepper flakes. If you guys don't have that Korean pepper, that always does the job. Of course, it's I think it's a little bit spicier because you got all the seeds and everything. But take a look at that. That is a nice hot seafood plate. Yes. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys try this. Again, it's just using the basic stuff that you may have in your fridge. All right, guys, have a good day.